If you're returning, welcome. If you're new, I am going to do a walkthrough from an Instagram reel that I had and a YouTube short that I posted about making a small digital business card. This is super easy. This is actually a great starting project. If you're new to HTML and CSS and you're kind of getting the lay of the land, this particular tutorial is for a smaller business card. I was actually trying to design it for an Apple Watch, so I could use my RFID chip, touch it next to somebody, and then my handle would pull up for them. So I will be putting the code that we do here on CodePen. CodePen's a great resource for visualization. That is what I'm going to be using here today. I'm also going to post it on GitHub so you can either just modify it yourself or you can use it to reference as you're creating your own stuff. So I'm just going to call this flipping digital business card. Awesome. Excuse me. So I am going to start here with the styling. I like to start off with a container, and that just kind of gives me what I'm going to start with. And so I'm going to start with the display being a flexible display. That way, if I want to change this later on so that something other than an Apple Watch uses it, and it's going to actually fill up the whole page. I don't know if you can hear that outside my window. It's insane. But yeah, so this will allow you to have it kind of be flexible, so you're not saying X amount of padding over here, we're basically just centering and aligning everything. This would be great also if you're someone who doesn't want to have to do this over and over again and you want to make something bigger, smaller, you can just modify it. Let's see, for height, I don't remember what I did, but I'm just going to say 100 VH just because I feel like that is probably what I had. So for the background, I'm going to do a gradient. For some of you who haven't done gradients, I love to do them when I'm just goofing off. It just makes it a little bit more interesting visually for people. So I'm going to say, should I go bottom right? Up. Yeah, let's do bottom right up. So let's say to bottom right. Hold on, I'm going to see what colors. I like using the pink and purple, but there's a specific pink and purple that kind of makes it feel beachy, so give me a second. Okay. Okay, and then this one. Okay. All right, so that is our container, or that will be our container. I'm just gonna make sure that's saved before we do anything. Save it. Oh my god. Whew. The stress. Okay, so we are gonna have this called flip card. So when we flip the card, we're gonna have a perspective of 1,000 pixels. You can change this around. We're gonna do the width 200 pixels and height, let's say 120 pixels. This is what I'm choosing right now for this smaller card. This is going to be very small. Okay, I'm also designing this so if you want to change something, you should change it. If you want to make it bigger, make it bigger. While I'm here, I guess I'm going to go over to HTML and do my classes. So I'm going to start that by doing div class container. And let's do... Oh, listen. This happens sometimes. This is going to be flip card. Okay. I'm just going to make these classes really quick. We're going to do div class flip card inner and then flip card front. So the front is going to be what everyone sees right in the beginning. So let's say flip card inner would be the text. Let me do flip card inner. This, I might have to flip these, so don't get committed to this. I'm also going to do an image on this. So I'm going to say... And let me find my link, because I made a link before that. So source equals this, and then I'm going to say image PNG. That just lets them know that this is this image. And then I'm going to do some alt text. I'm going to say for this... I'm just going to call it circular image. And we're going to make this width equal to 200 and height is equal to 200. Okay, so, oops. That'll be the circular image. I am going to close this class. Good grief. This is a struggle today. So let's do the text. This is going to be its own thing here in the front. So for the header, I'm going to do H2. I'm going to say my name. Then I'm going to close that up. Good grief. This is something else today. And then I'm going to do a paragraph. And I'm just going to write developer. If I can actually spell today. This is kind of rough. I'm going to close that up. I'm going to close that up. And I'm just gonna, what do I want to do on this backside? Let's just do my handle. My other, yeah, let's just do my handle. So we're gonna say flip card back. And then we're going to say for another H2 header, I'm just going to do my handle for literally everything. There. Let's close those. Close that. Close that. I think I have a sticky key. Okay. That's how we're going to close it for now. So that's going to be what you're going to see at the front. This is what you're going to be seeing at the back. So let's go back over here now that I have all my classes defined. So you see the flip card here. Let's go ahead and move down to flip card inner. That's going to be this class. So let's define this class. So let's say flip card inner. And we're going to have the position be relative. Width is 100%. Let's do height at 100%. And transition is going to be transform in, let's say, 0.6 seconds. The transform style is going to be in preserve 3D. This will allow us to give it that look that it's actually being flipped when we know this is not being rendered in 3D. Like, this is not some predefined 3D graphic. Okay, so that's inner. Let's go ahead and start with the next class, which is going to be flip card front. I should have shut my patio door, but I can't. Oh, we want to do a hover. We want a hover too. Scratch that. Because we want this to be... I could also have this misplaced, but I'm just going to go with it anyway. So on hover, this thing will flip. Oh, there's a cat. who was displeasured by the meowing, or by the meowing, by the car outside honking. So we're gonna say transform, rotate on the y-axis 180 degrees. Okay, that'll be fine. Okay, flip card front, and then flip card back. We're gonna do the same. We're not doing anything different. This is the styling for both the front and the back. So we're gonna do the position again as absolute width 100%. We're gonna do height at 100%. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you can hear this cat. Hi. Hello. Where was I? We want back face visibility to be hidden. So let's do back face visibility. Hidden. Background color, I'm going to be super bland, and I'm just going to do white because it's easy, and I have this gradient on the back side. You can do whatever color you want here. I'm going to do a border radius of 10 pixels. Let's do... Should we do a box shadow? Let's do a box shadow. Let's get her fancy up in here. This will just give it the illusion that it's kind of popping out a little bit. So we're going to do 0, 5 pixels, and 20 pixels. RGBAS colors. And we're going to decide that it's going to be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.1. Okay. That'll give us that little drop shadow to make it look like it's a little bit off the page, but not like crazy. Display, we're going to make sure that this is flex. Again, you can change this if you want to fix it to just like a specific area on the screen every single time. Go ahead. I'm not going to stop you, but I am going to align it to the center. Actually, let's do display flex. Let's do flex direction as row, and then justify content, do flex start. Okay, so now let's align items to the center, then let's text align center. So font size, I'm going to do 1EM. Font family, I like Poppins. It's easy. Poppins, Lockets, and Droppits. It's a sans serif font. Shout out to my typography professor in college for getting me interested in anything to do with typography and the importance of it in anything you do. And I know things by name thanks to him. I also found out he's no longer teaching, which honestly, good for him. He could do better. So I don't know if you guys have been seeing this change here, but it has been. I've just been in a weird space. I am also just doing this so I can try to teach you guys little things, little projects, because I think that one of the best ways to learn is not necessarily by video, but I do think it helps to move along with the video. But to try it. Even if you're just copying off of what I'm doing, the best artists learn by tracing. I don't know if anyone is aware of that, but some of the best artists that we know traced or did something with something else. Like, you know, you learn to color within the lines in order to start learning how to draw shapes correctly. Same vibe. Margin left. I'm gonna do border. Why did I do that? Let's do 50%. There's also a wonderful book by Austin Kleon called Steal Like an Artist. Should I have done... Nah, I'll fix it. If I need to fix it, I'll fix it. Nah, that's fine. That's fine. Anyway, ciao. I know this is probably excruciating to watch in real time. Let's do flex grow. I think there's like some sort of unrealistic expectations also with how long it takes people to code. I'm not the fastest, and I do know this, but I do try to have few errors. This is also, sorry, I'm doing the font size for this again. So this is the card text that you've seen, this class. It's right here, just so everyone is aware. And we're also going to do the same font family. Some of the stuff you're going to be seeing over again. That's why I'll talk over myself, but I will try to keep this all together. But no, the videos that I recommended people were not real-time coded situations. They are, for lack of a better word, they're like glorified, right? Like they're not, nothing about this is that easy. And I think people try to give that impression. They're like, oh, you can do X, Y, and Z. And you can. And I think I also missed something. Flip card. What did I do? I did miss the flip card image. See, this is why it's important. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, I think there's like this glorification of like, you only have to do X, Y, and Z. And like, yeah, sure, you can, you know, I have a couple GitHub repos actually where I just like reuse code and I just grab it from that code. But for people who are just starting out, I think it can get kind of overwhelming when you're trying to set up your environment. Hence why we're doing this right now on CodePen. You don't have to set up an environment. You don't have to have VS Code. You don't actually have to have your own computer for this. So I think it just makes it nice and easy to use for people who are just starting out. And then also, like I keep saying, I don't want to glorify it. It can be a pain in the behind. So let's do transform, rotate Y, 0 degrees. And then we're going to do the last thing here, which is flip card back. Ooh, there's a dog outside. Hoo hoo hoo. Transform. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and save this. Okay, I just saved it and it just refreshed. So everything that we just went through here, all of this good stuff, all of this good stuff, that is what makes this. And I just used my little temporary profile picture. It's just a little thing. Nothing crazy. And again, this was supposed to be on the Apple Watch. So if you really wanted to make it, you know, bigger, you could say, for example, 150. Just a little bit bigger. Not a ton, but a little. I hope this helps you guys a little bit, just as like a nice little way to kick off something in your portfolio. You can also add this to your portfolio on GitHub, make it public. If you do it and you do a video or you do anything, please tag me. I would love to share what you guys come up with, because I know there's going to be a bajillion different things that you guys use to recreate this sort of flipping card, business card. You can use it as, we used it as a credit card processing graphic once for a project I did too. So I would love to see what you guys do. I would love to see what happens. Feel free to tag me, like I said, on socials, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, you name it. I would love to see it. Thank you guys so much for watching, tolerating as my brain is just trying to get, done with the day. And I will see you guys in the next video.